As of August 2, 2025, China's third aircraft carrier, Fujian, remains in an advanced but incomplete stage of testing, with a heavy focus on validating the ship's electromagnetic catapult systems, flight deck processes, and preparation for carrier-based fighter operations. The ship is a milestone in China's naval modernization program, designed as the country's first non-ski jump carrier, and equipped with flat-deck, catapult-assisted launch and arrested recovery catapult systems. These features mark a technical departure from China's earlier carriers, Liaoning and Shandong, and move the Chinese Navy closer to the operational standards long maintained by the U.S. Navy. However, despite outward signs of rapid progress, much of Fujian's current operational status remains under scrutiny, with observers pointing out gaps between official claims and demonstrated capabilities. Central to Fujian's projected combat capabilities is the J-15T carrier-based fighter. This variant is a modified version of the earlier J-15, itself derived from the Su-33 platform. The J-15T is specially adapted for launch via electromagnetic catapult rather than ski jump ramps, which requires structural reinforcements, additional avionics, and undercarriage modifications to withstand the powerful linear forces generated during catapult launches. China has reportedly built several prototypes and test units of the J-15T, and videos have shown these aircraft engaged in static testing on land-based electromagnetic catapult tracks, suggesting the variant is undergoing pre-deployment evaluation. However, no independently verified footage has emerged showing the J-15T being launched from Fujian at sea, or recovered using the carrier's arresting gear. While the ship has been at sea on multiple occasions for trials, official state media has so far only released selective footage, typically showing aircraft on the deck, pilots boarding, and support crews conducting checks. These appear more theatrical than operational and include sequences such as FOD, foreign object debris walks, pilot salutes, and movement of aircraft mock-ups on deck. None of the media published so far includes footage of an actual J-15T launch with the aircraft going airborne, nor a tailhook-assisted landing on the flight deck. Moreover, some visuals circulated online showing takeoff preparation have been criticized by analysts as simulations or staged imagery, often cut before the moment of launch or edited in ways that raise questions about authenticity and timing. China's electromagnetic catapult system itself is an area of technical ambiguity. The technology is believed to be based on a DC-powered linear motor, a different approach from the AC-based system developed and deployed by the U.S. Navy aboard its Ford-class carriers. Although both systems aim to enable smoother, more energy-efficient, and more adaptable launches than traditional steam catapults, the performance, reliability, and durability of China's DC version remain uncertain. In theory, DC systems may allow for simplified control, but they are less established in terms of large-scale maritime use. The electromagnetic catapults on Fujian have not yet been demonstrated under real-time, full-mission flight conditions involving high sortie rates, night launches, or operation under rough sea states. Another aspect of concern among outside observers is the experience gap in China's carrier aviation forces. The successful operation of a catapult carrier depends not just on ship design and onboard systems, but on the synchronized performance of naval aviators, deck crews, launch officers, recovery directors, and maintenance personnel. The Chinese Navy, having only a limited number of carrier deployments over the past decade, has a small pool of pilots with catapult launch and arrested landing qualifications. The J-15T represents a new class of training and operational challenge that will require years of flight hours, carrier cycles, and real-time coordination to mature into a fully effective air wing. Until sustained air operations are observed, it remains unclear how ready the current personnel are for high-intensity, carrier-based combat operations. Despite these limitations, official messaging inside China paints Fujian as a near-ready platform poised to rival other global navies. State news articles, military documentaries, and social media posts highlight its size, reportedly over 80,000 tons, its electromagnetic launch systems, and its potential future aircraft wing including the J-15T. However, the messaging often avoids mention of current limitations, such as the absence of operational air group demonstrations or the challenges of maintaining electromagnetic launch systems under maritime conditions. By contrast, foreign analysis tends to treat Fujian as a valuable but still developing capability, noting that real-world operations remain in a pre-deployment phase. The J-15T also faces additional scrutiny in terms of its technological competitiveness. While the upgraded systems improve its ability to launch with heavier fuel and weapons loads compared to the ski-jump J-15, it remains based on an older, heavy airframe derived from legacy design. Even with catapult compatibility, its operational range, engine performance, and radar cross-section do not match more modern carrier-based fighters developed by other naval powers. Integration with advanced support aircraft, such as carrier-based airborne early warning platforms and electronic warfare assets, is still under development and has not been publicly tested at sea. Without these, the J-15T cannot perform to its full doctrinal potential in contested environments. In addition, reports from independent defense analysts point out that previous commercial satellite images sparked concern over apparent surface anomalies on Fujian's deck, which some interpreted as structural flaws or cracks. These claims were later dismissed by updated analyses, suggesting they were likely due to lighting, deck wetness, or puddles. However, the episode highlighted how limited the available information is, and how much room there is for speculation due to a lack of verified, transparent data. While Fujian and the J-15T fighter represent substantial progress in China's efforts to develop a fully functional carrier strike capability, the program remains in a test-heavy, learning-focused phase. The J-15T has yet to be documented performing launch and recovery missions from Fujian at sea. The ship's electromagnetic catapults have not been proven under high-frequency conditions, and the supporting naval aviation infrastructure, both personnel and equipment, is still maturing. The Chinese narrative positions these platforms as ready for deployment, but based on observable, fact-based evidence, they remain in development, with operational capabilities still pending final validation through real-world performance.